Alaikum everyone. My name is Huzaifah Ahmed and I am from Rehan School, Korangi campus. Today, the topic of discussion with ChatGPT is going to be exploring digital nomadism and is this the future of work? So let's get started. Hey ChatGPT, today the topic of discussion with you is exploring digital nomadism and is this actually the future of work?
Oh, I love that topic. Yeah, digital nomadism has really taken off in the last decade or so, especially with remote work becoming more common. And I think you're right. There are a lot of signs it could be a big part of the future, especially as people seek more flexibility and work life balance. What sparked your interest in it?
Well, I personally don't know what digital nomadism is, so why don't you just explain it first
Of
and
course.
how is it different from just working remotely?
Great question. So, remote work just means you can do your job from anywhere. You might be at home, in a cafe, or a co working space. But digital nomadism takes it a step further. It's a lifestyle where people intentionally travel, often crossing borders while still earning a living online. So, it's that combination of location independence and travel that really defines it.
How did digital nomadism grow from a niche lifestyle to a mainstream conversation? What changed?
Yeah, it's really interesting. I think a big part of it was the rise of reliable internet and digital tools, things like Zoom, cloud storage, project management software. And then, of course, the pandemic really accelerated remote work and made people realize they could live anywhere. Plus, a lot of people started valuing flexibility and experiences over just sticking to one place. So all those pieces kind of lined up.
Now, what type of jobs and skills are most compatible with a digital nomad lifestyle?
Yeah, so a lot of the most compatible jobs tend to be in the digital space. Things like software development, web design, digital marketing, content creation, copywriting, or even virtual assistants. Basically, anything you can do with a laptop and a good internet connection. And a lot of these skills are pretty accessible now. So people are picking them up through online courses or boot camps.
All right, now what does research say about the psychological effects of constantly moving and having no fixed base?
Research on digital nomadism shows both upsides and downsides. On the positive side, nomads often experience increased autonomy, a broader worldview, and personal growth. But on the downside, constant movement can lead to loneliness, higher risks of depression, burnout, and a lack of routine. The key, researchers say, is balancing the freedom with intentional social connections, routines, and a stable base.
Now, let's be real. What are the biggest practical challenges of digital nomadism? Taxes, visas, healthcare, and stability.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are huge hurdles. For example, visas can be a real headache since many countries don't have specific rules for digital nomads yet. Taxes are also tricky. Your income might be taxed in multiple places, so you often need a good accountant. And healthcare is a big deal. Some countries have great options, but you often need private insurers. And yeah, the stability piece. No home base means things can feel a bit up in the air. So it takes a lot of planning and flexibility.
How does digital nomadism affect relationships? Let it be friendships and family.
Yeah, that's a big one. On one hand, a lot of digital nomads form really strong global friendships because they're meeting people from all over. But on the flip side, it can be hard to maintain long term friendships and family ties, especially if you're always moving and time zones make communication tough. So it takes intentional effort, setting regular check ins and really prioritizing those connections.
What's the basic difference between digital nomadism that looks glamorous on social media and the actual reality of it that we don't know about?
Oh, that's a great point. Yeah, on social media, it often looks super glamorous beachside cafes, endless sunsets, and the sense of freedom. But the reality is, you're often dealing with Wi Fi issues, unstable income, and sometimes isolation. It's not always a beach day. Sometimes it's just you, your laptop, and a lot of logistics behind the scenes.
Okay, how are countries responding to digital nomadism? Are visa policies and infrastructures keeping up in today's world? Explain it a bit in a bit detail.
As of 2026, over 40 countries now offer dedicated digital nomad visas. Income requirements vary widely. For example, in Spain, you need about $3,100 a month, while in Georgia, it's around 2,000. Many programs require proof of remote work, health insurance, and they may tax your income. Top destinations with strong programs include Spain, Portugal, Thailand, and Croatia, but it's still crucial to check tax and visa conditions for your specific situation.
Now, what's the financial reality of digital nomadism? Is it actually cheaper or more expensive than staying at a fixed home?
Yeah, it really depends on where you go. In some countries, places like Southeast Asia or Latin America, costs can be way lower than a typical Western city. Think affordable rent, food, and services. But in many popular digital nomad hubs like Lisbon, Bali, or Barcelona, living costs can actually creep up fast, especially if you're chasing that social media lifestyle. So it's a balancing act. Some nomads save money, others spend more. Really depends on your destination and lifestyle choices.
Is digital nomadism a sustainable long term lifestyle, or do most people eventually settle down? And if yes, why?
Yeah, that's a really common pattern. A lot of people do it for a few years, enjoy the freedom, but then they start feeling that lack of stability or miss having deeper community roots. Often they settle down, sometimes back home, or they pick a place they love and create a more fixed base. It's sustainable for some, but for others, it's more of a chapter than a forever thing, just because life circumstances change.
Now, lastly, what's one practical step someone can take today to explore whether digital nomadism is for them or not?
Ooh, that's a great way to approach it. I think a practical first step is to do a short trial run. Pick a destination with a digital nomad vibe, like a city known for it, and spend a month working remotely from there. That gives you a feel for the lifestyle without a huge commitment. And while you're there, see how you handle things like working, social life, and practical logistics, and then decide if it fits you.
Alright, everyone, this was the end of my discussion with ChatGPT for today. Until the next one, love.